lions feeding beside them, and the Sabians fell upon them, and took them and struck down the servants with the edge of the sword. And I alone have escaped to tell you, while he was yet speaking, there came another and said, the fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. And I alone have escaped to tell you, while he was yet speaking, there came another and said, the shepherds formed 3 groups and made a raid on the camels and took them and struck down those servants with the edge of the sword. And I alone have escaped to tell you, while he was yet speaking again, there came another and said, your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house. And behold, a great wind came across the wilderness and struck the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young people, and they are dead. And I alone have escaped to tell you. Then Job arose and tore his robe, and shaved his head, and fell on the ground, and worshipped. And he said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this, Job did not sin or charge God with wrong. Now, before we go to verse chapter 42, if you go to the next chapter of chapter 2, the enemy, the devil, Satan, came again to God to ask God for permission again to tempt Job, because he took everything from Job, and yet Job did not curse God. And this time around, he came to ask the devil, he came to ask God that God should allow him to touch him, like make him sick or something, like skin to skin. And at the end of the day, God also allowed him again. Well, let's look at chapter 42, 10 to 17, and then we'll go into the word. Chapter 42, 10. And this was the end of the story of Job. And the Bible says that the Lord restored the fortunes of Job when he had prayed for his friends. And the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. They came to him, all his brothers and sisters, and all who had known him before and ate bread with him in his house. And they showed him sympathy and comforted him for all the evil that the Lord had brought upon him. And each of them gave him a piece of money and a ring of gold. And the Lord blessed the latter days of Job more than his beginning. And he had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 female donkeys. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters, and he called the name of the first daughter Jemima, the name of the second Keziah, and the name of the third Keres, Tapush. And in all the land there were no women so beautiful as Job's daughters. You are the young men in the house. Amen, somebody. And in all the land, we're going to have youths tomorrow, not today, so let's not go there. And in all the land there were no women so beautiful as Job's, and their father gave them an inheritance among their brothers. And after this, Job lived 140 years and saw his sons and his sons' sons for 4 generations. And Job died an old man and full of his days. Can someone say living amen? Amen. It's heartbreaking when you preach about Job. I don't like going there, but I will go there today. Because it's not something that every other Christian will want to hear, that you have to be tested for your righteousness. Because many times we get tested for our sin. But this time around, Job is being tested for his righteousness. He did not do anything wrong. He was living right. He was a good man. He had everything going on. He feared God. He gave offerings to God. He paid his tithes. He goes to church every day. And all of a sudden, he was tested for being good. Because we Christians, we are used to being tested for being bad. Oh yeah, can someone say living amen, somebody? We're being tested for being bad because we feel that whenever anything goes wrong, you've done something wrong. Amen. How many of you have been in that position before? So Poor Job was a man that, the Bible says he was blameless and upright, and he turned away from sin. He turned away from sin. And I pray for this generation that when we see sin, if we can turn away, because these days we see sin, and it seems sin is becoming normal. Well, sin can never be normal because sin is still sin. Amen, somebody. Because many times you see what is happening in the world around you, and you see the generations after you, and sin is becoming normal than it used to be. But the Bible says that when Job saw sin, he turned away sin. Turning away sin is not just by trying to avoid it, it's just by actually looking away from it and running away from it. When sin is coming towards you, you should be running the other direction. Some of us will want to try to tolerate it. You can't tolerate sin. Some of us want to try to see if we can handle it. You can't handle sin because sin is sin. And when sin comes around you, it's only the grace of God that you need that will take you out of it. The Bible says that He has not given you every temptation that you cannot overcome. So sin is sin. Amen. Don't be afraid to call sin. Sin is sin. Amen. Don't be afraid to call bad. Don't say it's kind of bad. It is bad. Don't say it is not really that bad. It is definitely that bad. And when it is that bad, it is that bad. A lie is a lie. Killing is killing. Stealing is stealing. They're all sin. So sin is sin. Some of you say white lie is not, it doesn't hurt much. But what about the black lie? It hurts. Oh yeah, I've heard so many stories about those kind of things, and people live their life like that. And at the end of the day, it has become part of us because lying is just a normal thing. That's why I said sin can never be normal. And that's why in this kind of conference, you need to ask yourself again, have you ever sinned? Have you ever tried to avoid the things or turn away the way Job turned away from sin? Are you getting used to sin, or you are running away from sin? Because sometimes it's very possible for you to get used to sin without you knowing that you're getting used to sin. Can you say, God help us, somebody? So Job was in that position, and he respected God, he feared God to the extent that he turned away from sin. It means that sin had no way around Job. And the Bible says that God saw him, and God told Satan, he said, listen, I've not seen a man like Job in all the earth. So Job was a man that was different. A man like Job in all the earth. There was none like him. That's why it's difficult for God to find one. The Bible says that I'm moving towards the head, looking for whom I will use. Just one man. It's difficult for God to find one man or one woman. And Job was able to put that in that position that God knew that there was still one man I can rely on, that can turn away from sin. But unfortunately, his righteousness became his target. His righteousness became the target, and he became a victim of righteousness. And it is strange because sometimes we feel that the more holy we become, the more safe we become. But I'm here to tell you sometimes that the more holy you become, the more attacks you get. Amen, somebody. That's why when I get attacked, I glorify the name of the Lord. Because I know that because I am doing something good, that's why something is happening. Do you understand what I'm saying, somebody? I believe because God is with me and I'm doing what I'm meant to do in the name of the Lord. That is why the enemy is attacking me. Sometimes you don't get attacked because you are eaten. You get attacked because you are so good.
Yes, Amen.
If you don't do the right thing, you won't get attacked. The devil will not waste his time on people that are not doing right. Oh my God. But the devil will look for the ones that are doing right. Because he knows that these ones are children of God. Who do you think the devil is looking for when he's going to and fro, looking for who to devour? He's looking for someone that is doing right. So when I get temptations, I glorify the name of the Lord. Because in the presence of God, my faith is justified. That I am standing in the presence of God and I am not moved. And I realize that whenever the devil comes around me, there's always something that it comes with. It comes with the aspect of trying to distract me. It comes with the aspect of trying to devastate me. And it comes like an angel of light. And that's why many times the devil around you is so close that you don't even know. Because it may look like the one you love. Glory to God. Glory to God. And someone shout the living amen. Because the Bible says that Satan came with the enemy, with the sons of God. Satan was among them. It means that Satan was looking like a son of God, not like Satan. But he couldn't deceive God. He could deceive the rest, but he couldn't deceive God. Because they don't look like the sons of God, but God knew, no, this is still Satan. Even though he's wearing the garment of a son of God, he's still Satan. Even though his face is smiling and looking like an angel, he's still Satan. I wish you can see the Satan around you. Because sometimes you don't get it. That the devil will not come as the devil to you.
That's right.
The devil will come like the one you can't resist. The devil will work on your weaknesses.
That's right.
And he'll use it against you. The things you love, that is what it will come with. And it'll bring itself so close to you that you can't even resist it. And before you know what is happening, you're gone. It's like dining with the enemy. Having dinner with the devil. Not with a long spoon, with a short spoon. Because it's so close to you. So God found him. Because he came. Trying to move with the sons of God. Trying to get into the place of God. Trying to get to find out what is going on. And God knew and saw him. And said, "Oh, Satan." And God asked him, because God was proud about Job. And God asked him, have you spent time? Have you found out that have you seen my servant Job? Have you ever found out that he's so righteous and there's not done anything wrong? And the only thing the devil could say something was if you have not given him the hedge, if you're not giving him the reason, it will curse you. That was why I realized that the devil is playing on our minds, that he feels that we need a reason to serve God. And I've remembered all my years of ministry, I've seen people come to God for healings. And the mistake sometimes what men of God do is that we don't ask them about their salvation first. Because sometimes you may come to God for something, and if you are not saved, God will understand that your heart is not where it's supposed to be. So the Bible says that Job came, the devil told God that if you take everything from him, he will stop what he's doing. And I've realized that in our lifetime where we are at the moment, the question I will ask you today is